At number 10, we got the 49ers. I think that they're going to pick up on Kenny because, you see, Brandon Ayuk, he might get injured or something might happen. He's not really that star of a wide receiver. He's pretty good. But if they get Kenny, they might switch out Debo maybe for a backup as it can be. So that's why I think 49ers. At number 9, the Patriots, I think they're going to take Kenny because this season, without Gronk or basically Brady, they're not that team. And Ryan Izzo isn't that great of a wide receiver or a tight end. They do have Edelman, but he's getting pretty old, so he's not that useful anymore. So I think if they pick up Kenny, they can kind of rebuild up. At number 9, the Jags, they're probably going to pick up on Kenny because with Trevor Lawrence probably drafting, even with him and Kenny, they can trade him up. Even though they have DJ Chark, they can trade one of their receivers to get Kenny. So at number 7, I think the Bears because they can sign Kenny because now with Allen Robinson in free agency, they're going to need a wide receiver. And I think Matt Nagy will really sign Kenny up. There's a chance to put him as a Chicago Bear. At number 6, I think the Texans because I really think they would need a wide receiver because in a way, since DeAndre Hopkins left, the receiving core isn't that good. That Darren Fells is solid and as of Brandon Cooks, so they really need a wide receiver that could up their game a bit. At number 5, I think the Panthers because ever since Curtis Samuel has gotten into free agency, Panthers will need another wide receiver, and especially Kenny Golladay. If you can pair him up with Robbie Anderson, the Panthers can become a rebuild team, which might at least maybe send them to a better record into the playoffs, maybe. Alright, so at number 4, I genuinely think the Giants, because even with Evan Engram, and he had a pretty solid season, a good season for him, and with Sterling Shepard, he had a pretty good season too, but I think they could add Kenny, they could be a good team. At number 3, I think the Bengals, because they still do need a wide receiver. And you might be thinking, they already have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Well, obviously, they're probably going to trade one of them to at least get Kenny. I would think they go with T. Higgins because Tyler Boyd is a stud of a wide receiver. So, yeah. I think the Raiders at number 2 because they kind of do need a few wide receivers. So, if they want to get Kenny, they can trade up Henry Ruggs to get Kenny Golladay. I think it would be sort of a fair trade, but I think Raiders would probably. At number 1, I think the Ravens because they really need a passing game because Miles Boykin and Marquise Brown, they weren't that big of a hope. So they would really need a good wide receiver like Kenny. Defense is obviously the best that they could be, ultimate. But they're going to need wide receivers so they can up the ante in the passing game. And also running was pretty good for them. So that's what I think in number 1.